welcome back to another episode. I'm Carmela Boykin, and I'm here with our film reporters Patrick Gunn and Cade Kaminsky to recap the 39th Annual Golden Raspberry Awards, or the Razzies. So thank you both for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
So can you guys break down some of the films that had the most wins?
Yeah, Holmes and Watson was a big one this year. It was the latest Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly movie. It won Worst Picture, Worst Director for Eitan Cohen, and Worst Supporting Actor for John C. Reilly, which to me is such a disappointment, as John C. Reilly had some pretty good films this year that were not recognized. And also, I really like John C. Reilly. He's just such a good actor. So to see him win this is kind of disappointing. Also, Donald Trump won Best Actor for himself in Dinesh D'Souza's Death of a Nation and Michael Moore's Fahrenheit 11/9. And you know, it's weird because he's not an actor, but he still won, as did Kellyanne Conway, his political consultant, also for those same documentaries. So those were some of the big wins this year and shocking wins. What do you make of it, my man?
I mean, it just kind of goes to show you that if the film is negative received, it's gonna win awards. Also, Eitan Cohen is not all related to the famous Cohen brother family. Yeah.
All right, and Melissa McCarthy somehow won Worst Actress and the Razzie Redeemer Award for improving. So what do you make of this confliction?
Yeah, she somehow won Worst Actress for the films Life of the Party and The Happy Time Murders earlier this year, but she also won Razzie Redeemer Award probably faster than any other winner ever has for a film that came out literally about
before
2 months after The Happy Time Murders for Can You Ever Forgive Me, which she was nominated for an Oscar, so it's a really weird contradiction.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, personally, man, I don't mind it. I personally really loved Can You Ever Forgive Me. It was one of my favorite films of the year. I saw it on a rainy night in New York. It was such a nice experience for me. So to see her win the Razzie Redeemer Award is nice, but again, it is very odd that she won for 2 roles for Worst Actress. But I think it should have just been the Redeemer Award, given that she was also nominated for an Oscar. But again, I don't mind seeing her win it, although I definitely think Sony Pictures Animation, another nominee, should have also been recognized for their comeback with Into the Spider-Verse, another fantastic film.
Now, in not so fantastic films, John Travolta's movie Gotti is considered the worst film of the year by critics and has 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. So what do you make of it not winning anything?
I'm kind of not too happy about that. You know, it was one of the biggest. It was one of the biggest films in terms of it being one of the worst. It still holds a 0% score on Rotten Tomatoes. It was nominated for, as you said, it was nominated for the most worst categories, and yet it took home nothing. I mean, I haven't actually seen the film. I've only seen a couple clips, but I am a huge fan of Martin Scorsese. He's a big inspiration to me in getting into filmmaking and script writing. Love his work, and knowing that that's how you make a good gangster film, this just comes off as a cheap, poor imitation. And I believe you mentioned this, and this to me is just hilarious. John Travolta thought he was going to win an Oscar for his role as New York City gangster John Gotti, is that correct?
Yeah, he also pronounced Idina Menzel's name wrong at the Oscars, so how credible can we take this guy? And also, this is a huge missed opportunity for the Razzies toward MoviePass. They produced the film and had bots and people make hundreds of thousands of fake reviews on Rotten Tomatoes to boost the audience score.
Absolutely.
It's pretty crazy.
I mean, Carmela, tell me if this sounds right. A film holds a 0% score critically and an above 50 score with audiences. Does that sound right? I don't know.
Sounds like fake news to me.
Yeah, fake news.
All right, and so the Razzies are obviously the counterpart to the Oscars. So how do they actually compare? Are they on par?
Maybe a little bit this year with the weirdness going on with the Oscars this year, but all in all, I think it's just another irrelevant joke award show. This is just really made for having fun. I mean, one of the main nominees is Worst On-Screen Couple. The winner was Donald Trump for him and his pezziness.
Yeah, a nominee was Johnny Depp and his fast-fading film career.
Tyler Perry usually gets nominated whenever he plays Medea.
Yeah, for himself and his wretched costumes.
Old, worn-out wig and dress routine.
Yeah, that's the one. So really, it was. Look, these awards were made by a copywriter. Barely anybody shows up. The last time someone showed up that kind of got a lot of buzz was Halle Berry. Actually showed up with her Oscar as her date when she was nominated for Catwoman in 2004. This award was made by copywriters. It really is just one big joke.
All right, Cade Kaminsky and Patrick Gunn, thank you both for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
And make sure you follow us on CitrusTV for all the latest in entertainment news. Thank you for tuning in, Unpeelers.